Let's move on to the next evaluation criteria, currency and timeliness. Now when you evaluate a website for currency and timeliness, there are two things you want to look out for. The date of publication, especially in the case of a specific article, and the last date the site was updated. Now for this article, let's see if we can find a publication date. I don't see one up here, nor down here. The second page doesn't provide us any information either on when it was published, nor does the last page. Now let's see if we can find a date of when it was last updated. So I'm going to go back to the home page. This is usually where the date of when it was last updated would be, on the home page, and I don't see a date listed, so it is hard to guess when the site was last updated. Unfortunately, that means we will be unable to efficiently evaluate this website in terms of currency and timeliness, since there is no date of publication for the article, nor date when the site was last updated. However, if we were looking for the current information about communism, I would not recommend this website at all, since without a date of publication for that article, or a date of when the site was last updated, there'd be no way to know that this website was current in providing up-to-date information. So when you are evaluating a website for currency and timeliness and you need current information, make sure you find the date when it was last updated and or the date when the information you're using was published. You want to make sure you find these if you can, regardless if you need current information or not, but it is especially important if you are looking for current up-to-date information. Now let's move on to the final evaluation criteria, appropriateness. Now when we evaluate appropriateness, the first question we want to ask is the source appropriate for an academic paper on the subject? And in the case of this website, I would probably ask my professor, because I am uncertain if this website is appropriate or not, since it is unfinished and it comes off a bit amateurish. So I'd want to ask my professor to take a look at the website to see if they think it is appropriate for an academic paper or not. The next question is, does the source include the information you need? We would have to read through the articles that we're interested in to see if it includes all the information we need. Obviously, this website is not going to be our main resource for our paper. It might provide some good background information on communism, which is what we're looking for, but it probably will not be our main source of information for our paper or our main source of information on communism. So it may include some information we need, but it definitely won't include all of it. Next, is the source written at a level appropriate for undergraduate research? And in the case of this website, I would say yes. From the brief bit of text that we did take a look at, it did look like it was written at a level appropriate for undergraduate research. It wasn't too specialized to be appropriate more for professionals or professors, nor was it too low to be written more for middle schoolers or elementary schoolers or high schoolers. So it looks like it is at the right level for undergraduate research. Next, is it written in English? And obviously from the main page it is written in English, and the text and pages we looked at were also written in English. So we can be very certain that pretty much the whole website will probably be in English. Finally, is the source too general or too specific? The information that we looked at was a bit specific, especially about the Marxist origins of communism. So it's a little more on the specific side. However, we'll have to read it to see if we can get good information from that, or if the information is too specific to be useful to us. And it goes the same way with the other articles on the website. We'll have to take a look at them to see if they're too specific or too general for our research. So to gauge that, you'll have to really take a look at the article and the information itself to see if it is too general or too specific. This concludes the demonstration on using the evaluation criteria to evaluate a website.